Hello, hello. How are you today? Hope you're doing well.
The frost is painting windows white. The stars are dancing in the night. We've walked the miles we plan to tread. Yet the promise, heart and head. The seasons blow. It feels so near. A sparkling gift this time of year. So happy holidays, let the lights ignite. We're living that sweet life, shining bright. Love and joy, no room for strife. From Canada, sweet happy
Hello, hello. How are you all doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in. Felicia Marie B, Losing It Grace, Shani, Cookie, Anissa. Thank you all for coming in today. I greatly appreciate it. So, Grace, thanks for coming in and thanks for waiting on me for a moment. Yes. Not feeling that well today, but I'm here with you all. My stomach's bothering me. I tried to drink some eggnog and it had me in the bathroom. So yeah. Now, but I'm doing a little bit better. I'm actually eating some peanut butter to try to help me with that and some crackers so that my stomach can stop bothering me. I don't have to keep running to the bathroom. So yeah. How about that? Hello, Tamika. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. So I want to talk to you all. I hope y'all are doing well during the holiday season. Y'all are enjoying yourselves thus far. Hope so. Hope so. Making sure that y'all are ready for the holidays, getting prepared, because of course you want to be prepared so that you won't have to, regret some of the things that you're doing if you're not prepared. So hope you're doing that. Hope you're enjoying your families, your friends, enjoying yourself, enjoying the holiday movies that are out on the different streaming platforms. Just enjoying yourselves in general. Hold on, let me turn my thing on. All right, so make sure I turn my I forgot to turn my phone off. But anyway, yeah. So I want to talk to you about my Snatched Girl Era. I did make like a little short about it. When I was on my treadmill, and I was just saying, I want to be snatched. Of course, I've talked about it in different lives too. Body recomp and things of that nature. So I want my waist snatched. It's just a few things like when you say Snatched Girl Era, what are you talking about? Kim J, and I know other people. I had asked people in the comments, so who is in that with me and trying to get their Snatched Girl Era, right? And when we talk about Snatched Girl, or it's just Snatch period, because it can be a guy too. We talking about a defined waist. Yeah, making sure that waist is inward, a little bit more in. I don't want the bulging, stomach sticking out, bulging out or whatever. So I'm trying to get that waist, to be wasting. Yes. Getting some toned arms because, of course, you all know I have, some bat wings or whatever. And they're not as bad as they used to. They a little bit more firm than they were because I am in that gym, taking care of business. Yes, yes. And I try to get in there about, 3 to 4 days a week, but sometimes I do it at home as well. So I've been doing that. Also, like I said, making sure that belly is tight, the waist is tight, the underarm skin. Strength training is helping me, making sure I'm building my confidence, it's giving me confidence, giving me stamina and everything to continue to do what I'm doing. So I'm happy about that. It also helps my blood sugar, so that's awesome. That's a win-win, right? Just to make sure it's more stable. Which I also, just put out a short not too long ago, right before this live, just to tell you, hey, on the 6th of the month, just to show you what I ate that day. I was hanging out with my hubby, this is my sweet healthy life, right? So yes, while I am on a high protein, high fiber, low carb regimen, I'm eating intuitively. I'm not tracking everything. I've done it so long that, a lot of stuff is just in my head, so I can do it that way. Not saying that tracking is not good, because I do think tracking is good, but I've been doing it for a while now, so I've kind of backed off some of the tracking. But I'm still, in my mind, I kind of know what I'm doing. So with that being said, and I'm not so strict on it right now. But body recomp, like I said, is one thing I'm doing, and of course you have to kind of go up on those calories a lot of times, and so I did, because I ate like under 1,500 calories for a long time within my first year. So yeah, I need to kind of get some more calories in and things of that nature. I'm not worried about weight as much. So the lowest weight I did, I've gone to, when I've gotten on my when I was in my, focusing on my weight loss game, part of my healthy journey was 177. And so I actually titrated up, well, not titrated, but went up a little bit in my weight. That day it was 186. Let me look on my little tracker to see what, because I do track that. So I'm still using some trackers, but just not the food tracker as much. Um, but I still use my food scale at times. But the last time, which was let's see what day it was. So the 6th, I was 188.6, up from that 170 I was talking about in July, and then 177. And then on the 7th, which was 2 days ago, I was 186. I haven't gotten back on the scale since. So 186 is where I was. I'm not going to get on the scale anymore until the end of the month. Trace of Twan's life, Twan, she had, said she was thinking about doing that. And so a couple people on my last live was saying, hey, I'll join you. And I was one of those people. So that's what I'm doing. Again, I'm not so focused on the scale as much as I am, on just the whole journey, all, everything. Because I'm on a healthy lifestyle journey. It's not just about the scale. And I do know that and recognize that, there are times, because it's the holidays, we may want to eat a little bit more than we normally eat. And so that's okay. So the scale is not, something that, I'm fearful of or whatever. So I decided to start that, I guess we can call it a challenge. Yeah, to not get on that scale, because I was used to get on scale pretty much every day. Sometimes I'll skip a couple days, but for the most part, every day. That's just to hold me accountable and say, hey, what I ate yesterday, was that, did that help me, maintain at least, or go down in weight, or did it increase my weight? And also just knowing that, I talked to you all about last Tuesday too, about the true weight, and just making sure that I get on the scale normally, when I wake up. I'll get on the scale before I do anything else, before I drink anything, before I eat anything. I try to poop and pee before I actually get on the scale, and then that's when I do it, of course. But with me being in the gym, in my gym bag, trying to get, that snatched um back, okay, to where I used to be at one point. I'm I do have to be mindful of, there are times when there may be some inflammation going on, because, when we're doing strength training and even in cardio, it can kind of tear some of those muscles down and things of that nature. It can cause inflammation. It could be something that I ate, the previous day, that could have caused some inflammation. I had a knee injury. So of course I had a knee repair done surgically. And so sometimes that acts up, you just never know. So you just have to know your body, right? So that you can, know what's best for you. And so you have to learn your body in order to know your body, right? So yeah, so that's that. Let me look and see what's in the chat. Thank you. I think, like I said, the eggnog. The eggnog triggered it. Yep. I normally don't drink eggnog at all. My husband loves eggnog. And so, this is the time of year to, drink it. And so he bought some. And I was like, you know what? I'm thinking about y'all, thinking about like, what can I, kind of content? Maybe I can do like an eggnog profit, you know? And I looked at the ingredients and I'm like, oh, it's a lot of carbs in it. It's like not crazy amount, right? So especially if you're not diabetic or you're not insulin resistant or things like that, you may be able to drink it and will have no issues, right? Because if you're not insulin resistant, that means you're insulin sensitive, and so therefore, your body works like it's supposed to work, and it knows what to do with the sugars when you do, digest them or ingest them. So, but for people that are resistant, sometimes that sugar don't know where to go, and it's not enough insulin to bring the sugars down like as quick as they're supposed to. So with that being said, I'm mindful of how much sugars I intake, the carbs, total carbs, as well as the total sugars. So, with me being diabetic. So even though I'm much more insulin resistant now than what I was, initially when I started my journey, I still have to, be more mindful of them. I can't eat more carbs now, thank God. But, because previously I cut out, so many carbs. Like I wasn't keto, but I was, near that way, near that, very, very low carb. But I was able to introduce more, carbs more in my diet after as I kept going, and losing weight and getting more insulin sensitive and things of that nature. Um, I did some intermittent fasting and things like that. That helped me out a lot, to improve the insulin sensitive so that my body will know how to, process sugar like it's supposed to. So, but anyway, to your question, Grace, when I looked at the label of it, I saw that I think it had like 18 total carbs. It had 17 sugar, which is way too much for a person, probably in general, but definitely those who are diabetic. Dietitians will tell you try to make sure you eat, you're only consuming a total of 5 sugars or less, when you, choose an item. That way, it can kind of better control that sugar spike or what have you. So, yeah. So with me trying, so I said, you know what, I'm not going to like, make the whole profit with eggnog, like a lot of eggnog. So I did it like I normally do. I actually did a latte. So what is a how can I say it? Protein latte. I'll say it that way. So I had Fairlife milk because I don't have any more what I normally take. I didn't have any more Atkins or any more Premier protein shakes. So I've been using the Fairlife lattes until I can, get some more of the protein shakes. And so I consider that, profit would be like the coffee. And then since it's I'm using regular milk, the Fairlife milk, the lactose free milk, because I am lactose intolerant. I just go ahead on and, just do like a protein latte or I don't know how you would say it, but a coffee with milk in it, but it's protein milk, of course. Eight, let me see, 8 ounces of the Fairlife regular, and I get the red and white bottle of the milk. So 8 ounces of that is I think 13 protein. So that's still a good little bit of protein in the milk. I mean in my coffee or whatever. So yeah, so that's what I've done. But then I decided, you know what? Since I can't get a lot of it, I'm just gonna top it off with the eggnog because I was hoping that I could give you all some kind of like a little video or the light of flight or something like that. That was where my head was, or like a Christmas holiday, drink. But honey, that thing tore my stomach up. I'm like, oh yeah, not no more. No more of that. No more of that. All right. Everybody's just saying hi to one another. The year is over in 3 weeks. Yes, Grace. How, when, why? Right. Like I'm like, what? Where has the time gone, honey? Where has the time gone? Too fast. Yes. It ain't wait. Time ain't waiting on nobody. So let's check out Grace picture. Grace picture. You see her, y'all. Nice pic. I'm in my body recomp. All right, Anissa. Yes, yes. Plus fat loss era. I know that's right. Yep. Body recomp is about, losing fat, gaining muscle. That's what body recomp is about. Grace says, question, can you technically get snatched before you reach your goal weight? I think you can. I just think it depends on what you consider snatched, right? That's what I think. For as like for me, this is how I look at it. I know some people say, are you, what is it called? Are you chasing a goal weight, or are you chasing a look, a feel? What are you doing? So that's a good, question for the chat. What are you chasing? Yes, I want to get to 165, which is my goal weight. But say if I, for some reason, only get to 170, but, you know, I can, body recomp, and I can, build more muscle and lose a lot more fat, you know, um, and if I feel good and I think I look good in my clothes and, outside of my clothes, yeah, I don't have to get to that goal weight. That's how I look at it. That's my opinion about it. So it's just up to you, Grace, whether you think, you have to get to that goal weight. Because I don't want to be like, one thing I don't want to be is very skinny. Okay. Not for me. I want to have some meat on my bones. Yes. I want to have some thickness. I want to have a look, I want some, I don't mind having a little bit of fat, or whatever, a little jiggle here and there, but as long as it's in the right places. I've stated on so many people's lives, I want to be thick in the right places. Yes. Tamika, I swap you for the red dress. Grace says, yes, you was looking nice in the red dress. Tamika, hello, Twan, how are you doing? All right, Miss LaFay, how are you doing, honey? Thank you for listening in. Hi, Shani. I said hi to you, but I'm saying it again. All right, those wontons, Kim J. Yes, they were good. They were good. There was so she saw my short, and I had crab wontons. It was full of crab meat, and then it had some I had some the Philly cheesesteak. So it's like cheesesteak with cheese in it. Yeah, yep. They were pretty good. The first time having them at that place, I was actually at my uncle's 85th birthday party. Yes, and so we were at like a little lounge or whatever they call it, and but you sit and eat and listen to good music. They had like a little area where you can actually dance at and everything. So yeah, had a great time. Cookie says, Grace, I see, and anytime I be with my baby, I'm excited. I'm excited. So Cookie says, Grace, I say yes, definitely. Snatch is not attached to a number. Yes, thank you, Cookie. So you feel the same way. Grace, Twan, love you. Keep walking. We keep waking me up with your let's move. I'm sorry. Twan, love you. Keep waking me up with your let's move notifications. All right. Get them moving. Look, that's telling you something, Grace. Motivation at its highest. Tamika said, laughing, put on the red dress. Right, Grace. Get sexy, baby. I know that's right. Put on your red dress. And them high heels. And some of that sweet perfume. Yes. Hey. Hajarine, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. All right, Grace says, my confidence is not there yet, gorgeous. Talking to Tamika, but she's growing, and that's what matters, honey. As long as it's growing, that's all. It's growing. It'll get there. That confidence will get there. Okay, you got this. All right. Hajarine says hello, and she's just talking to the different people that are here. Grace says, Hajarine, love your measurement suit is so freaking cool. Yes. yes. Thank you, Grace. Hajarine says, just more hellos. Lactate makes eggnog. Okay. I might need to check it out. We shall see. I'm gonna see if I can find it. You know how those stores, some of these stores in my area, they so skimp with certain things, like you just never know. I'll check it out. Because it wasn't bad. The taste wasn't bad at all. like I, previously remembered it. Um, Felicia says, "I'm so sorry the eggnog did you wrong. So wrong, so disrespectful, so disrespectful." But that's all right. Look, I needed a colon cleansing anyway. Oh my gosh! And that this peanut butter and these crackers, honey, they're doing. I only ate one, and it's still, I feel better. My stomach not, feeling queasy anymore. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Thank God for that. Grace says, I'm wondering if you'll try the eggnog latte from Starbucks. Should be able to do the protein addition to it. I think. I'm scared unless it's lactate free, lactose free. The boss way says, Kim, you're not feeling good. I hope you feel better soon. Girl, I tried to put some eggnog in my protein latte or my profe latte, I should say. Yes. And honey, I put a little bit of eggnog, just to kind of give it a little flavor. Girl, that thing had me in the bathroom several times. Yes. And I had already used the bathroom earlier this morning like I normally would. Yeah. But I'm feeling a little bit better because I did get some peanut butter. I got some peanut butter here and some crackers, so that's been helping me, feel a little bit better. Thank you, Anissa. Thank you, Hajarine. Thank you, Grace. Hello, Ruth. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Oh, I'm hot. Oh God, the flash is coming. The flash is real. Hot flash. So yes, honey, I'm in my Snatch Girl era. I remember Twan said she is in hers. A couple other people, yes, yes. Monty says, hello, good evening, all from work. How you doing, Monty? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing feeling better, even better. Baby, Monty understood the assignment. She in her Snatch Girl era too, honey. Yes. Yes, yes. Say she gonna show us better than she can tell us, honey. Twan says, Grace, I shared your fast food video with my coworker today. Okay, that's sweet. Thank you, Twan, for that. So sweet, so sweet. Cookie says, weights fall third on my list. How I feel being first, how I look being second. All right, now, so she's talking about how she feels, how she looks, and then the rest of it, the weights comes later. Okay, so that's how she feels about it, Miss Cookie. Yes, and that's a great way to feel, I think. I think that's good. Not chasing the scale so much. And we talk about that all the time, but are we really about that life for real? Are we talking about it or we being about it? Which one is it, All right, Nissa says, I'm talking about Nissa. Nissa says, I gotta get to 154 minimum. Okay, so that's your minimum. I got you. But I'm building muscle to have some curves. Yes, yes. Okay. Remember that cocoa bottle? Yes, that's how Nissa want to be. It keeps me at low recurrence rates for breast cancer. We got you. And that's understandable. So, like we said, everybody's journey is different. Some people, they want that weight, the actual number on the scale. That's what they're chasing first. Some people, they're like, hey, I want to, like Cookie's saying, I want to feel a certain way. I want to look a certain way. And then that weight, comes after that. So if she feels good and she looks good, then she cool with the weight. She may be cool with the weight a little, where it may not actually meet exactly where she want to be, but she's good, right? And that's how I feel myself. You tired? Oh, sorry about that. Bossway says, yes, Cookie. Look, clock it. People just saying, hello, love you too, Grace. Oh, sweet love. All right, Ruth says goals. Her goals are continue to get healthier, feel good daily, and look good. Okay, I know that's right, Ruth. Getting better with all these daily. Yes, and that's awesome, awesome, awesome. And she's grateful. Yes, that's awesome, awesome, Ruth. I am loving that for you. I am loving that for you. And I'm too the same. Look, healthy is most important to me. Not the scale. It's health. Health, the scale, making sure you get to a good weight, a healthy weight for you. Because I'm not into that BMI, whatever. I need to know what's good for me. I mean, if I look at my BMI, they may tell me 125 pounds. Ain't no way on this earth or the next I want to be 125 pounds ever. Okay, so I want, like I said, I want them hips. I want hips, lips, fingertips, all that. I want. That's how I want. I want. I want that booty. I want it to be firmer, but I do want that donk. I want to keep my donk. And make it. Sit up a little bit more. Yeah. So that will help me, when I do my squats and I do some other things, leg, backwards. I don't know the names of these, all the different exercises, but doing them leg lifts, going backwards, yeah, all just different things. There's a glute exercise at my gym that I, tap into, every so often. So yeah, just different things. Those are just a few things that we can do. But yeah, so many things that we can do to get those, them glutes up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want them glutes, y'all. And then, like I said, if I can get these back wings, honey, get them, and like I said, it's not as bad as it used to be. I can feel the tightness in them. I can see the muscle coming in that arm up top. Yep, yep. Look, something coming up. I get there. It's actually because it was a little was it scroungy, however you say it. It was small before. I can feel it it's getting thicker in that top. In them biceps. Yes. So I'll feel you on that. All this stuff, making sure that you're, getting movement in and making sure, you're eating, healthier, you know, um, that you are losing weight if you need to, you know, that you're sleeping like you should, that you're, hydrating properly. All those things help us be, like Ruth is saying, to be healthier. Okay. And that's just to name a few things. And feeling good, being healthier, doing the things that I just named, it helps you feel good. It helps you feel good. And that makes you want it even more. That makes you desire and chase after that. The health of things, not just that weight. And that's cause for a mindset change. When we shift that mind to say, hey, it's not just about the scale, okay? That's healthier in itself, and that's how you can do it. When your mindset shifts and you start building habits that's going to be conducive to what we're saying, to the healthy, lifestyle, then you are in there, and now it's just about, manifesting it, and working towards it so that you can get to where you need to be at. So I'm with you on that one, honey. And that's awesome for you. Absolutely. Yes, yes. All right, mine says, get the Skinny Mixes eggnog syrup. Okay. Okay, I need to check out that. Check out that. All right, all right. Thank you, Monty, for that. All right, so we can either get the Skinny Mix syrup or maybe we can get the lactose-free eggnog. Okay, okay, okay. Thanks, y'all, for that. Monty and Anissa again. Thank you, thank you. Excellent tip, Monty Grace says. How's the recovery? Hey, Mia, how you doing, sweetheart? How are you? I hope you're doing well. Tamika says, you got that. You got this, Grace. Building the confidence now, so when it's time, you will be ready versus trying to get ready. Right, okay? If you try to do that, get ready now, you'll be ready then. So we're focusing on right now, trying to get ready. Be prepared, right? Proper preparation prevents poor performance, okay? So we have to prepare so that we can perform well. All right. So Hadreen says, we got to be about it, Kim J. LOL. I know that's right. Yes, yes. Money says, not quite in my snatch era yet. You in the era now. You might not be, it might not have been manifested right this moment, but it's coming. It's coming. Yes, it's coming. It's coming. Weight is 166 as of today, but want to get body fat to 19%. And understandably so. That's another thing. Some people, they like, I don't care about I want the weight to be a certain amount, but I want the percentage, that body fat percentage to be a certain amount. I hear people talk about that now, more so. I just love how the community, as we continue to learn more about, being healthy and living a healthy lifestyle, getting to that point that we are, conducive of living a healthy lifestyle, that we're learning it's not just about the scale. Yes, the scale is one component to having a healthy life, right? But it's so much more. It's so much more. And yes, that body fat percentage is very, very important, especially when you're talking body recomp, right? Or body composition in general. Hello, Miss Linda. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Shani says, I'm in my Snatch Girl era. I know that's right, Shani. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Good evening, Miss Linda McDuffie says, Sweet Life Community. Yes, she's talking to Sweet Life Squad. All right, mine says recovery a little better. Wonderful, wonderful. Awesome, awesome. Thank God for that. Fit in a size 8 with room despite swelling. That's awesome. So because it takes a while when you have had surgery for that swelling to go down. It may appear like, okay, I'm good on the outside, but it takes a while for that inside to heal like it should and for that swelling to go down. So just imagine when that swelling goes down after maybe a couple more weeks. Honey, 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 you ain't gonna be able to tell you nothing. Yes. Incisions start to close. Awesome, awesome. That's great, great, great stuff. Thank God for that. Huh? 125. Yeah, 125. That's not for me. For some people, yeah, but not for me. Do you? Look, you do you, I do me, right? Cookie says, I'm not trying to get down to a 25 on the BMI. I'm closer to a 27. So the scale might seem high to some, but I'm happy to have some padding. I know that's right. I like that padding. I like the way I look and feel. I know that's right. Clock that, honey. You hear? She like the way she feel and she look. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I don't even know what we come up with. Like some people come up with the actual weight. Like, why do we say this is our ideal weight? Whatever. When it's been so long, maybe, or we may have never gotten to that weight. So where are we even coming up with, oh, I want to be this weight, or whatever, and chasing the weight. But like I said before, I'm happy that as we continue to learn and grow within the community, hearing each other's testimonies and and things that we've been going through and just all the things, and listening at the doctors and the dietitians, maybe through YouTube, through our own personal health journey. Matter of fact, hold on, sorry, I forgot about that. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to comments. Okay, through our own personal health journey and things of that nature, researching on, reputable websites, the .coms, the .orgs, even you can some vlogs that are on, I'm sorry, blogs that are on the internet is okay. Google, it's okay to Google it. You just got to make sure you're researching, how to research things, so that you can kind of see for yourself. Because even when the doctor tells me something, some things I'm like, that don't sound like that's quite right. I don't know. So I go and check it out, Like I said, I remember I shared a little bit about it one time. I was talking to my endocrinologist, and he was saying that, I asked him about a cholesterol medicine. Can't remember the name of it, but I was like, does it have any side effects? Just asking to see what he was going to, to tell me the actual side effects. And because I didn't want to be put on a statin. And so he was like, oh, no, it's no side effects. And I'm like, all medicines have side effects. Even the natural medicines have side effects. I may not have a side effect to the medication, but we won't know that until I start taking it, right? So with that being said, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. But I decided to do something totally different. I said, instead of taking that medicine he was talking about, I'm going to, do some natural things first. And when I talked to my PCP, she was like, I wouldn't have not put you on medication anyway just yet. You're kind of new to this. It's not like it's all, crazy high and everything, or, your LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, and your HDL, which is a good cholesterol, wasn't so crazy, out of this world. So I would have started with CoQ10, like you did. I did a CoQ10 first, And then I said, you know what? I need omega 3s with that CoQ10. And how I found that at, I researched it. I looked online, I looked on Google, I started researching. And I don't stop at one, article or, one blog or whatever the case may be. I'm looking at different things, to make sure that they all kind of say the same thing before I can kind of start believing it, right? So yeah, that's what I did, and it has helped. I told you all on another live of how my cholesterol is now much better than it has been, within the last, since I've been on this journey. And some people, fortunately, their good cholesterol goes up and become better. Some the bad cholesterol go down, those triglycerides go down, tremendously. And my triglycerides went down, but my HDL went down too, which was not good, and my LDL went up, which was not good, on this medication. I don't know why I got to be the extreme opposite of seem like everybody, but that's just how my body works, and it is what it is. But I found something to help me without having to get on a prescription medication that has a whole lot more, side effects. And you know how I am about them side effects, y'all. What I'm dealing with when it comes to this GLP-1 medication. What I've dealt with in the past, I should say. Tamika says, okay, Monty, good to hear you. Your recent is coming along nicely. Yes, she's coming along nicely. Awesome, awesome. Okay, your recovery. I got you. I'm like, what? All right, Felicia says, if you're really in your snatch era, then hit that like button and let us know. Even if you're not in your snatch era, go hit that like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. It's free. It's free. Do me one solid. Linda says, hi, Twan. So proud of you, lady. Yes, we're proud of her. Yes. She does a very great job. Always. Yeah. Great job, Twan. Great job. Grace says 21 watch, only 6 likes. Only 6 likes, really? What's up with that? Hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Listen to my Kim J. Prepare. Yes, prepare. Thanks, Mia. Miss Linda says, hi, Hajarine, love your energy and your music. Yeah, she's been doing good. She's been blessing people with some, songs, for their channel, which is awesome because you know what? Sometimes, especially if it's not a 1 minute short, and when I say 1 minute, I'm talking about 1 minute on the dot. If you 1 minute and 1 second, you can't use any music from YouTube. But that's how we get the real good music, right? When you have a short that's a minute or under. But if it's over a minute, honey, even though a short is like 3 minutes or under, you can't use, good music. Now they have a free YouTube selection of music that you can use, but it's okay. I've been using it for a long time, and I've been, I think picking out, really good music, but it's not gonna be like the hits or whatever, the greatest hits are the ones that we all know that they come on the radio and stuff like that, whatever. But it's been okay. But yeah, I decided to get the platform so I can actually create some music of my own myself. So yeah, I'm happy about that. So I want to use that free YouTube music. I can, have my own beats. Yes. Tamika says, not, or the next life, Kim J. She wants that booty. Yes, that booty. Keep it. Yes, my pancake finally looking like it was made out of good batter. Slow and steady wins the race. Yes. And you're doing a great job over there, Miss Tamika. She is Tamika, and Tamika is she, aka Gorgeous, aka my sis. Yes, you're doing a great job over there, showing us what we need to do to tone our bodies up. She's in her body recomp. She's been in it for a while now. Tamika has, and she's doing a great job. And she is. She was trying to get that booty to come back up. Yep. And she is doing a great job. I can see you, girl. I can see you. Yeah. So Hadri says thank you to Miss Linda. All right. Cookie says Monty, Beyonce. I hear you. Okay, so Hadrian says my scan this morning said I have a perky peach. Okay, peach. Okay, perky peach back there. I know that's right. I know that's right. Look, yes, yes, Hadrian. Grace says take that and rewind it back. Yay! Make your booty go. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. I know that's right, Grace. Monty says, girl, he said week 16 it will go down and you will not be able to tell me nothing, honey. I know that's right. Grace, Felicia's laughing at you. Look, Grace be tripping me out. She had me cracking up. Anissa says, I got 154 from my oncologist, but trust me, if I didn't have to get there, I put myself right in maintenance. I put myself right in maintenance. I got you. I got you. And like I said, it's okay. That's your journey. Um, who am I to say that you should not, look at that scale and make that scale be that, that determining factor first. You have something else going on that I don't have going on. I do have an aunt that had, breast cancer, but, I mean, that's your journey. It's okay. And we pray for you that everything works well, that you get to your number, the best, that you need to get, that you and your doctor has stated. You talked about it, you all agreed upon it. And I think you should do exactly what your doctor and what you have decided to do for yourself. You know it's best for you. You're the only one. You and God. Okay? And then your doctor. On top of, with your healthcare team, I should say. Yes. And we're here to root you on, not to, not to judge. Okay. Coach Cookie says, Coach T got the good batter. Okay. You see her? You see her? Uh-huh. She's a Cookie stop. Cookie and Grace, baby, they be having me crack up, okay? Cookie said, she laughed at me, that was a good one. Right. The girl said, pancake batter, honey. Batter gotta be thick, got some milk, no water, please. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah, and then you can put some, what is it? Even some canned milk, at least, because that's thick too, whatever. But I got you, honey. All right. Grace says Kodak needs to sponsor you, gorgeous. Power cakes. I know that's right. I know that's right. Oh my gosh. Peach. Only no pancakes. Okay. Hello, Jazzy. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Okay, so now Felicia stated to like and subscribe. Now Jazzy got to come in saying to like and subscribe. What's up? What's up with y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies? Go on, hit that like button. I love Kodiak. Yes, Grace. I know that's right. Hi, Jazzy. Tamika says, Cookie says, you got them little dollar pancakes, coach. Felicia said, hey, to Jazzy. Oh my gosh, not the dollar pancakes. She said, y'all wait. Y'all wait. Y'all wait and see. Mm-hmm. She said, it's in the making. It's in the making. They laughing at Tamika. They're going to be like, oh, wow, look at Tamika. Watch. Vanessa says, hello, Kim. And everyone, hello, Vanessa. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. And are you in your Snatched Girl era, Miss Vanessa? Hello, beautiful. I'm Color. How are you doing, Evelyn? And everyone in the chat getting snatched. Yes, honey. Let's go. Love the title, Kim J. Thank you. Thank you. Look, Evelyn is in her Snatched Girl era as well. She ain't even got to let me know. I already know. Hadria says, Kim J, you will make good music. Thank you. Yeah, I've been doing good. So, I've been enjoying it really, really, really enjoying it, y'all. The Suno app. Oh yeah, Evelyn, I wound up purchasing the Suno app, honey. I've been on it, doing a little dibbing and dabbling in it. It's been really good. I've been enjoying the music. So, Felicia and I Felicia Marie B. Yes, I love saying Felicia, the whole name. Felicia Marie B. and Kim J. Sweet Healthy Life has collabed together to do our Zumba, the Zumba challenge that JC Calamity Jane and Stealth Health India, which is, I call her Jane, y'all call her JC. Some people say Jen, which is her name, as well as Hermione. They have challenged us to do Zumba this month, okay, the entire month, and you can do it for 2 days, or more. 2 to 3 days though is what they suggested. 2 to 3 days, and then you can do it from 5 minutes up to 50 minutes. That's the challenge, okay? And so just have fun with it though. And it's all about, cardio, of course. Now, if you want to grab some resistance bands and weights and do that too, you can do that. You can do whatever you like, okay? You can do whatever you like. Hey. So with that being said, we've been doing it for 2 days a week, and we've been enjoying ourselves. And the music that we've been using, yep, it comes from me. And so, I had Felicia, kind of helping me with some of it. But yeah, I've been doing my thing with it, and I've been enjoying it. And from what I hear from the audience, you have been loving the beats. So I'm happy about that. Yep. I've been enjoying myself. All right. So Jane says, good evening, all beautiful people. Yes. Thank you, Jane. Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. And thanks for coming in. Ms. Linda says, yes, Tamika, you are doing so well. She is. I think we all are doing great jobs, y'all. I really do. Hey, Tamika, lady in red. Johnny Gilmus was talking about Miss Tamika, honey. Put on your red dress. Hello, Kendi K all day. I like saying the name Kendi K all day. Oh my gosh. Hope you're doing well, Kendi. Okay. Cookie. Ooh, Hajareen. Congratulations on the peach. Yes. Hajareen says, LOL, Cookie, the flatter option was low key. You hear me? But we heard it as high key, honey. We heard it high key. Shawty is laughing. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all for welcoming Kendi K in. Ruth laughing. Hajareen Jane says, you forgot that the app encourages your booty evolution. Okay, booty evolution. Bootylicious. Look. You see her, Felicia? She said what she said. Oh my gosh. Okay, Hajareen says, I might have me a pancake tomorrow. I have been eating breakfast the last 2 days. And it's, look, she said she gonna have a pancake. She ain't talking about no pancake booty, but she may have a pancake though, yes. And that's fine. Cookie says, Evelyn, I didn't see you sneak up in here. You saw it. Look, right on in here, honey. Right on here. She got in where she can fit in. You hear me? I'm getting there, girl. I know that's right. Hey, that's all it is. The whole, when you say an era, you're talking about a whole time frame, right? So yeah, we getting there. As long as we getting there, as long as we moving, forward to get there, right? And even if we have something that's gonna kind of push us back a little bit, that's all right, because we can reset with the Nissa. Because I know sometimes Nissa like, hey, I don't know what's going on, what done happened, on her videos. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It is. That Suno app got you. It be having me go, honey. All in the middle of the night, child. Look at here. Whoop, whoop. All right. So Evelyn says, ooh, that's awesome, Kim J. That app is it is. Hajareen says, you ladies are doing great on the Zumba challenge. Thank you so much, Hajareen. Thank you. I think everybody's doing good. Really, really wonderful. Loving it. And that's all that matters. We may not get the all the moves down, pat, and that's fine. We ain't like Miss Jane here. And I'm bothering you, Jane, because I know you be like, girl, I don't be having it together all the time either. Sometimes I have to do modifications. And you know what? That's fine. Okay. The point is moving and having fun. That's all. Moving and having fun. And with you doing the cardio, which is one of the things that how I plan on getting snatched, one of them is cardio. I need cardio, y'all. I need cardio and I need strength training. I've stated it in so many people's lives. I know a lot of people on this journey, they push strength training, strength training, strength training. But some people are like, I'm not strength training. I don't care. I'm not, and that's fine. That's why it's sweet when Miss Jane and Miss Hermione decided to do that. A cardio. Take a break from some of the strength training things, but let's do cardio so we can, incorporate something else for other people that may not be doing strength training or can't do as much strength training as other people. So I thought that was very, very nice of you all to make cardio a challenge too, because I think cardio is very, very good. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Let me get through these other what you call it, Lord. I'm sorry, I'm a little forgot my thought. Get through these other comments. All right, Mia says, Evelyn, I caught myself walking around singing your theme song. It's really catchy. Okay. Yeah, I like I love Evelyn music. That's how I found out about this. The Sunu. I was like, oh, Evelyn, I like that song. One of her shorts she was doing. I'm like, she does it. I can't tell you what the song is, but of course, but when I hear it, I know it. I really liked it. And she was like, oh, girl, I use this app. I'm like, okay. So, yeah, I decided, and I know Hajareen was using it, Miss Low-Carb Queen, Auntie Queen, I call her. Yeah, she was using it. So I'm like, let me check it out. Hubby, what you think about this? And so it was a yes. So I tapped into it. All right, Mel says, I'm getting ready for work, so sorry I missed everyone. You okay? We understand you do work at night, and we get you. We understand. Did you hit that like button? Don't forget that now. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. All right. So Mia says, how is Marlon doing, Evelyn? Marlon is her boo thing, her hubby. You guys are so sweet. Really, I know I looked at them the other night. I was like, oh my gosh, I love them two together, whatever. May God continue to bless you all, prosper you all in your marriage. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Beautiful. Color says, Mia Hajareen, hook my theme song up. Okay. Yes. All right, Kenny K say all day, every day, Kim J. I know that's right. Thanks for the warm welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Anytime. Grace says, Evelyn, and she's smiling. Beautiful. Colored said, Evelyn, which is Evelyn. She says, Mia Marlon is good. I will tell him you asked about him. He had me cracking up. Evelyn, when he was talking about the men in the community, and he was like, okay, I'm looking, but okay, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, you know how men are. I'm like, they good. He said, I ain't got nothing to worry about, but I'm just saying, I know what a man do, how they feel, how they look, how they think. Mia says, I'm so glad you guys did that Zumba video, Kim J and Felicia. I appreciate you ladies a lot. Thank you. We have been having a blast. Thank you. All right. Evelyn says, I love that you and Felicia are doing. Oh, same thing. Yes, thank you. Felicia says, thank you. And you've been doing a good job too, Evelyn. I see you over there. I see you. Felicia says, thank you to Mia and Evelyn. Mia says, you have to do what gets you excited. Yes. Because a lot of it, for me, is not wanting to exercise because of how bad I have muscle spasms and cramps, no matter if I stretch or do electrolytes. See what I'm talking about? That's why we got to be careful, too, with, trying to almost make people do things. That's how I be feeling sometimes to people, So we definitely have to be careful with how we, share our information. Don't want people to feel like, they have to do what we're doing, whatever, and just realize, make sure they realize, hey, no judgment, no judgment, and we got to give ourselves grace, like I said, even like I was telling Mia with to Anissa, she has a certain thing that she's doing, maybe a little different than what I'm doing, but that's okay, it's okay. You do what you have to do. You do what your doctor say. I say it all the time. Do what you and your doctor thinks is best. Okay, that's what's most important. Now, you talk about muscle spasms and cramps, honey. My muscles do, like, they, tighten up, honey. Out even last night we did, a video last night. We'll be putting it out probably tomorrow for you all to see for our day 1 of week 2. And honey, all yesterday and even right now, the muscle wants to, in my calf, it wants to, how do you say it? It wants to it's still like really, really like sore. And I put some biofreeze on it, rub some of that on it, and it's still trying to act up. It doesn't feel as bad as it was, but it does act up. So I understand where you're coming from with that. So, do what you have to do, because like I said, your body best. You know your body better than your doctor when it comes to how you feel inside, or whatever. So do you, boo? Mill says, I love the way he was involved and knowing what goes on in his wife's world. Yes. And she was sharing it with him, making sure she, trying to make him, okay, this is Kim J from da da da. She said yes, yes, all the time. Oh, okay, yeah, whatever. So he's, trying to put something that we do to the name to try to, hopefully he'll remember us or whatever. Yep, real Jim. You're right about it. Beautiful Color says, Kim J, you came to the rescue. Appreciate you, sis. Right. I'm like, oh Lord, let me throw something in there. Cause honey, I know how it is. But he knows how men think too, low key or high key. Cookie says, I appreciate, and women too, ain't just men, women too, if it's a man's channel, you gotta watch out. You never know. All right, Cookie. I appreciate all the men in this space being such gentlemen. Yes, they are, and that's what I was telling him. On when they were, when Evelyn's on live. We have very sweet guys that's on our channels, very gentlemanly. A lot of times they're like, especially like Darren, he be like, tell your hubby I said hello. That's how he is. He want to make sure he ain't crossing no boundaries, make you feel like, nothing. He like, I honor marriage, I respect marriage, and it is what it is. And I do appreciate him for that. Yes. But I say that I think all of them are. Mia says, movement is great. I just gotta work up to different stuff. My doctor wants me moving. Yes. I remember when I hurt my knee, I tore my patella tendon. And when I did, I had to get it. I decided to get it repaired because he was like, my doctor was like, you too young to not be able to move your knee and your leg, like you supposed to. So I, recommend that you get surgery, And so I did. And, of course, like for me, it takes a while sometimes for me to heal up, but, it happened. So one day I was laying, cause I could not even put my feet on the floor. Okay. That foot. And so, I was days after I came home from the hospital, there's an outpatient surgery. I was sitting and for some reason I got a real sharp pain, went straight down my leg from my thigh all the way down. And I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? Have I like moved it wrong? I thought it was breaking again or, coming apart. I didn't know what was going on. And so I immediately called my doctor, and his wife is a nurse practitioner, at his facility. And so they work at an orthopedic center or whatever in my city. And so they were like, she was like, baby, she was like, listen, you're okay, but your body is made to move. Okay. And it wants to move. So that's what that reaction, you got that because you're not moving. So she's like, you got to move some more. Even though you just had surgery, it's okay for you to move some. So just make sure you're moving and it'll go away. That pain, you won't feel it no more. I didn't feel it, that was the only time I felt it, never felt it again. So yeah, the body is made to move, y'all. That's why I always tell, try to encourage people, move, however you can. Just make sure you're moving. As we get older, our bodies start, getting getting stiff and everything, and we don't want to have, as much as if we can eliminate or minimize stiffness in our bones, whatever. That's what we want to do. And the way we do that is to move. Okay? That's what we need to do. So that we won't have to hopefully be on, have to use a cane at some point, or, wheelchair, or, whatever. Now if you have to do that, then you just have to do it. And it is what it is. But even people that are in wheelchairs, people that use canes or walkers, what is it? Rotor, I forgot how you say the other thing. The one that's a walker and you can sit down too. That one, that thing. Yeah. Even with that, people are still moving, and it's helping them continue to, live their best life, which is what we want to do, y'all. Yes. All right. So movement is great. I just gotta work on different stuff, she says. But has been understanding it's always a work in progress, right? You have to understand it's a work in progress, correct? And as long as you're moving forward, that's what's most important. At some point, you'll get to the point where you're like, okay, I remember when I barely could move at all. Now I'm craving, movement, So yeah, I didn't do much at 426.6, which I understand that. But at 262, honey, 262. Yes, yes, yes. You see the progress, and that's awesome. All right, Felicia says, question. How are you getting movement in when the weather is getting cold? So the weather outside is frightful, y'all, okay? When it's winter. Not as frightful as somebody like Evelyn, as somebody like Mia, okay? Because they're in the much colder states. But what I have decided to do is, first of all, me losing so much weight, within this year or within the last year, I'm colder, okay? It's like, when we had more weight on us, it gave us some, like, it was almost like it was a coat on us. Okay. That's what some people say. It's like a coat. But then when you lose the weight, especially so much of it, your temperature is different. And so therefore you get a little colder. Now, I don't know if it's why I'm cold because of that, besides when I have those hot flashes, of course, if that's why I'm colder now, or if it's, the actual Manjaro that I'm on, GLP-1 medication, Manjaro, to help me with my, maintain my normal, yes, A1C and blood glucose levels. I'm not sure which one is doing it or if they working hand in hand, but yeah, your girl be cold a lot of days. Now I can say on 7.5, when I was on 7.5 Manjaro, I was cold all the time. When I went back down to the 5 milligrams, those hot flashes came forceful and fierceful, right? And so I don't get as cold, but now that it is cold outside, and tonight it's supposed to be like, I think near freezing, or it may reach freezing. But with that being said, I decided, you know what, instead of going in the gym, since I don't like the cold at all, then I'm going to do some stuff at this house. So that's why I make sure I have my weights, I have my resistant bands, I have my I have my treadmill. I have the, what is it called, Lord? Give it to me. Trampoline here. I also have a stepper. So I have different things that will help me, reach my goals still. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, honey. When it's cold, too cold. Also, when it's not crazy cold, I also have those Ayuga fleece leggings. Yes, yes. Y'all check them fleece leggings out, honey. They may help you in this cold weather. Yes, yes. Go check out my video if you have not already, or if for some reason you have decided not to purchase yet, but you want to purchase, go check them out. Check them out, okay? It's very, very affordable, and they work very, very well. So when I'm cold, even sometimes in the house, I may put on those fleece leggings, honey, and it just warms me right up. Now I'm a blanket girl. I think about Linus, on the Peanuts, whatever it's called, Charlie Brown. Yeah, he always have that blankie. That's me a lot of times here in the home. And with that being said, when I have that fleece, nice fleece leggings on, honey, it feels just like I got a blanket on. It feels so good, so soft, buttery soft, and everything. Yeah, Y'all go check it out. Check it out. And you still can use my code Kim025. KIM025. Yes. And they still have holiday deals. And you can stack my code on top of your deal, on the deal that they have already. Okay. So yes, yes, go check it out. Check it out. If you're looking for something and you're a little chilly. Also, my girl Twan, Trace of Twan's Life, she also has shared with you, and I've shared on my channel, on my community post, as well as my the short, but not the one today, but yesterday that I showed, you know, and she showed it on her channel where she is able to I can't remember the name of the is it I can't remember the name, y'all go check it out, but of the company. But yeah, those look really, really nice too. They're a little bit more expensive than Ayuga, but definitely look like they snatched our waist in real good. And I talked about it on my one of my shorts. I didn't even have to do a short, but I did one anyway because I noticed, hey, it pulls me in, like I would like to make me appear to be snatched. And so while I'm in my snatch girl era and trying to get to that point where I want to be, where I can actually, where everybody can see it, you know, those leggings, they helping the girl out. Yes, yes. So Miss Felicia Marie B says, I do more cardio in the winter season. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And that's where I'm at this month, y'all. I'm like, cardio me, please. Okay. That's where I'm at. I'm doing a lot more intentional cardio, not just the walking, but also the Zumba, and some other things that I'm doing to make sure, whether I'm in the gym or at this house. You got dance, dance videos you can do. Whether you can dance or not, it don't even matter. Because I remember last Tuesday we were talking about dancing. Whether you can dance or not, whether you can do Zumba or not, or whatever. But to be honest, when you're in your home, nobody sees you dancing. Now, I know if you say, okay, well, if I have to go to the gym and get in a dance class, I'm going to feel a little embarrassed because I don't, I don't have the 1-2 step or whatever. But you're in your home, that's another good way to get cardio in. If you're trying to lose that fat, that's another way to get, get that fat under control, better controlled, right? Minimize that fat. It's cardio. Cardio does it too. Strength training too, but cardio as well. So yeah, I got you, Felicia Marie B. You see her, Hajarine 262. You see how she just threw that in there real quick. We caught it. Mia says, I started watching Coach Mean Reen and doing some of Monique's movement videos. She has great beats too. Yes. Now I saw Monique. I've done one of her. She was with a guy that she normally exercise with, and I have done one of her videos as well a couple times. Yes. Coach Mean Reen. Yes, I do look at her as well. Yes, yes, she does a good job too. All right. Felicia says, that's wonderful, Mia. Yeah. Cookie says, Mia, just do what you can. Yes. Don't try to overdo anything. Don't try to overdo it and don't try to underdo it. Okay. You know what you can do, right? You want to push yourself a little bit, but you don't want to push yourself too much. Too much of anything is not good. Too little of anything, depending on what it is, that's not good. Okay. Can't never get enough of Jesus. So that's okay. For the too much of. All right. So you know your body, and when it tells you that's enough, then that's enough. Exactly. And don't forget those rest days too. You got to do some rest days as well in between. So like for me, if I'm strength training one day on Monday, then on Tuesday, I'm more than likely not going to strength train again. I'm going to give my body a little rest, but I can do some cardio. But that's my body. Now, what you can do with your body, like Miss Cookie said, with age comes wisdom. She lets you know. She knows she done rocked this thing. She done did this thing. She's in maintenance, y'all. So she knows what she's talking about. You got to do what you can, right? Don't do it. Don't overdo it. Because overdoing it can set you back, worse than what you already was before you even started doing a thing. All right, so Mel says, have you ever watched that, Felicia? Off topic, Felicia says, but the blanket behind you looks extra cozy. When I say, okay, so y'all, I had a video, okay, that I need to put up. But me and my space and all this and all the stuff I got going on, Lord, in my whole little life. Check it out. Let me show y'all now. I think I still gonna do that video. But I got a birthday gift, y'all. And I'm gonna show y'all. Since I got it now, since Miss Felicia done talked about it, let me see. Let me move her off my screen, honey, so I can show y'all my lovely gift. Now, this is a gift from Alicia Marie B. Okay, that's my Pookie Pie, y'all. So this gift here that she gave me, she know I be cold, right? She hear me talk about being cold, and so she decided to bless me with a birthday gift. All right, y'all. Let me show you. Let me show you. She was like, "You have a picture that you like this, maybe you and your husband, or maybe you or whatever. Let me know, and text me it or whatever." So this is my picture, y'all. This is a picture that I gave her, and this is my boo and me. Yes, yes, and it's like fleece as well. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? I was so excited when I got it. She didn't tell me what she was getting me. She just told me she needed a picture, so I sent it to her, honey. And this is what came in the mail. Yes, custom made blanket just for me, and if I mean my husband too. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I ain't gonna show you the other thing that she got me. I'll show you in the video. Oh Lord, I done lost my little place. Hold on. I done moved my thing. I done lost my place. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let me see. Try to find it real quick. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on. I'm trying to find my place. Cause honey, I done clicked off that thing and I have lost my little where I was in the chat. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing, y'all. While I'm talking, I'm just gonna tell you. That's what I'm doing. Trying to, make sure I do cardio as well as strength training for this particular time of the season to help me get snatched, to help me, with body recomp. There you go. I done found it. Thank you, Lord. All right. It is very extra cozy. I really, really enjoy it. Oh my God. I do. All right. So Hadri says, Felicia, today I have an elliptical rowing machine and an indoor bike. I would do, and that your indoor bike now is that Peloton, right? Miss Hajarine. Yes, yes. I heard you say you had a Peloton. I would do that and dress appropriately and get outside. And you definitely have that bike for outside too. So yeah. All right. Since I get cold these days, I have mentally talked myself out of going outdoors. That's what I'm saying, honey. I'd be like, it's too cold out there. It's too cold. Now a little bit later, this week, I can now, I can enjoy outside because, it's gonna be in the 70s. But right now, it's cold out there, honey. All right. So Grace says, move it, shake shake what your mama gave you. I know. I like Monique movement videos. Okay, Grace. All right, Jane says, yes, Grace. Oh, hey, Grace, I'm sorry. I was running around the house and missed your greetings. Okay, Jane multitasking. All right, great. Grace says, JC, I already knew since the live has been on longer than 30 minutes. All right, Monty says, I walk and go to the boot camp. Also, I found a YouTube channel with great walk inside and dance videos. Yes, yes. Thank you for letting people know that. Yes, you can look at those, like I said, those dance videos. They got some, slower ones. They got some for the seniors. If you need, something, they have chair videos where you can, if you're in a chair and can't move, walk for real or whatever, you can do that. Or, may have impaired, walking or whatever. They have that. It's so many videos out there. Use, YouTube for that tool that it is to help you get fit. All right. Miss Felicia Marie B says you have a whole indoor gym, Hajarine, now. Right. Shani says, I think it's the meds. I get cold too now. Okay. Thank you for that, Shani. She speaks from a medical standpoint, I'm assuming. Yep, because she is in the medical field. All right. Mia says, I have a stationary bike I got from an auction for $8. Okay. I've got way more than that out of uses. Okay, exactly. So that's awesome. That was a good steal of a deal. Yes. LOL. I got dumbbells and I have a vibration plate coming in any day now. Okay, cool, Mia. Cool, cool, cool. I'm thinking about that vibration plate myself too. So, yeah, Hadrian says, I'm with you, Shiny. Yep. Good for you, Mia. Yes. Jane says, yay, Grace. Yes, let's move our bodies during these lives. Yes. That is a nice setup, Mia. Isn't it, though? Shiny says, hi to Jen. Just finished my dumbbell. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And, that's Shiny, another one. She be in that gym, honey. She be in that gym. She shows you what she's doing, y'all. She ain't playing around. All right, Jane says, I miss step exercises. Hint, hint, Kim J and Felicia. I done gave you a little bit of step, aerobics. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Yeah. That might be something to think about, though. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. All right. Hadrian says, yes, Kim J, sweet healthy life. I just got another shipment today. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Awesome, awesome. Grace says, Mia, I like your home gym set up. Yes. Oh, I'm hot again. Now I grabbed the blanket now. Now I got hot. All right. Mia says, I don't know how many of us made it to 15 milligrams. Not Ty said the fly. But I've read a lot lately about Zepbound causing a sadness after months of being on the milligrams. On that milligram. Okay. On the 15? Oh, okay. It can be treated, but something to watch for. Thank you so much, Mia. Thank you for that. Let people know. Yes, y'all check it out. So if for some reason y'all decide, y'all start feeling a little sad about something, and it's different than what you normally feel, you know, you may need to talk with your doctors about them, and see, what's going on. Thank you for that, Mia, again. All right, so beautiful. I'm colored said, Mia, you are making great progress. I continue to be inspired by you and so many in our community. Yes, 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 yes. Thanks, Evelyn, for that. All right, Felicia Marie B says, after all this weight loss, I'm definitely more cold. I'm definitely checking out those fleece leggings. All right, all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, Let me see. Hi, Jen. Just finished my Zumba for today. All right, Shiny. You go, girl. All right. So, beautiful. I'm colored said agree with Kim J and Harji. Fleece leggings are bomb. Yes, yes. All right. Jane says, so it's even helping Miss Beautiful I'm Colored, Miss Evelyn, and she's in beautiful Colorado. You know how it get cold up there. You ain't even got to be there to know. All right, Jane says, Shani, yes, fire. Okay, today was my strength training day, but I may do a quick 15-minute. And then we start talking about it, girl. We be wanting to, let me go and jump into this, this bag right quick. Let me go and jump into this Zumba bag. Yes. The Boss Way says, which is Hadjarine says, Jen, I made up my own dance to some music today. I know that's right. I hope that it does count. All movement counts. And that's awesome. Look at you with your creative self. Yes, yes. Jane says, yes, it counts, Hadjarine. I do Zumba moves to no music sometimes. That's how with me, I do my strength training to no music. Like, I know some people do music. I don't do music. And in the gym, music be on, but I don't even be listening at it half the time. Mia says, there's probably 3 to 5 inches of snow out right now. So I got to have some stuff here. Right. I found stuff at Aldi. Me too, girl. That's why I found my stepper. You remember? I found my stepper at Aldi. And I really like it. I really enjoy it. I have that over there too, that stepper. I do. Y'all saw it. And my videos. I got a 10-pound ring weight from there the other day. Oh, okay, cool. It's fun to use, and I can hula hoop. All right. I see you. Okay, Mia. Baby, Mia about to get snatched too. Mia ain't even know she was in her Snatched Girl Era. You in the Snatched Girl Era too, Mia. Yes, yes. All right. Felicia says, laughing at JC. Funny you said that. Me and Kim J. You see her. Hint, hint. Just found out that we both have those aerobic step up. Right. Yes, yes. We might put something together. I'll talk to you, Felicia, about it. We'll see. All right. Mia says, while holding a 10-pound ring. You go, girl. Okay. She said she can do the hula hoop and hold a 10-pound ring. I know that's right. Come through, Mia. And then when you think about it, Mia, where you came from and now where you're at, it's a blessing. It's such a blessing, right? And it make you kind of, that's what it, to me, it's motivation itself. But you know what? I told you all before, motivation is one thing, but we have to think about too, after the motivation is gone, the reason why we want to do this, over and over again, so we can build healthy habits. It becomes consistent and it becomes discipline. Discipline will plow through that motivation, whether you're motivated or not. It don't matter if you're motivated or not. Get it done, because you know why you want to get it done? Because that's the right thing to do. So yes, we know what our goals are. How we gonna get there if we ain't doing it? We want to do, like everybody always say, doing all the things, right? Well, this is part of those things that we supposed to do. Get that movement in. So however you need to do it though, do what you got to do. And that's if you can, of course. All right. So Jane says, Felicia, maybe January or February, in time for February and Valentine's. Step up for love. Look at the creativity coming out on this channel today. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Felicia says, step in the name of love. Right. Step in the name of love. Hey, move in the name of love. Step, step. Yes. Step for love. Have a nice ring to it. Yes, beautiful. Oh boy, Felicia Marie B. All right, Mia says Dwayne. Oh, okay, Dwayne is her trainer. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. Thank you for that, because I was like, I can't remember his name. But they had me cracking up together. I love Monique. I love Miss Parker, Nikki Parker. Jane says, let me see. Either name works. Either name works. She like step in the name of love, step up for love, step for love, whatever. Just get it done. Hit. Look. Oh my gosh. Cookie says, I used to do a workout called The Firm back about 25 years ago. It was cardio and weights. I see it on YouTube. Okay, it's on you. We got to check it out. We got to check it out, y'all. I might start doing it again, or at least parts of it. Okay, we got you. We got you. We see you. The Firm. Look, let me write that down. Let me write that down. I'm going to check it out, because I do like doing cardio and strength training as well together. Even when I'm at the gym, and I do, mainly I'm at the gym to do strength training, right? But I also make sure I do cardio after my strength training. Some people do cardio before strength training. Some people do cardio after strength training. It's depending on your goals, okay, on why you do cardio before or after. But yeah, Google it, like Miss Linda says. All right, I might start doing it again. Awesome. All right, so Felicia says, I know that's right. I know that's right, honey. Can never get enough Jesus. When I say never ever, okay, never ever. Mia says, you are so sweet, Felicia. Isn't she? Yes, she is. Amazing, Felicia. That's my Pookie pie, y'all. All right, so Hadri says, that is nice. Good job at Felicia Marie B. Cookie says, Kim J, I have a blanket on my lap 100% of the time. Summer, winter, it does not matter. When I say me either, me either. Until I get hot and I slang it off. And then next thing you know, I got to slang it back on. Yeah. Maybe if I get these HRTs, hormone replacement therapy, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to my doctor about it. My gynecologist about it. My GYN. I'm gonna talk to her about it in January, at the end of January, and see what she is going to, if she thinks I need it or whatever the case may be, how much I need of it, and all that good stuff. So we shall see. But yeah, maybe if I get that under control, then I won't need it as much as often. But we shall see. But I love my blankies. Felicia says, oh, I didn't know it was that blanket behind you. Yes, it was. What a lovely gift, isn't it? Yes, I so appreciate it. Cookie says, love your blanket. Nice. Thank you. That's beautiful blanket, isn't it? Me and my boo thing. Yes. Love them so much. All right, Shani says, Felicia wants to make sure you're wrapped up in your hubby. Right. That's so cute and sweet of her. Yes, it is. She's so sweet. All right, Ms. Linda says, that's a great gift. Thank you. Thank you guys, and I'm glad you love it, Kim. I do. I really do. And using it too. Hey, Miss Toy, how you doing? Thank you for listening. And you walking. She walking too, y'all. She getting it done. That's what we talking about. Movement, honey. All right. Mia says, I figured I can sit on the vibration plate during recovery from foot surgery and help with water retention and swelling. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I hope that your surgery goes well. It's fast. The recovery is fast. Not so painful. I know sometimes there's pain with surgery, of course, but hopefully yours is very minimized. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. Amen. All right, y'all keep Miss Mia in your prayers. She's about to go in surgery later on, right before Christmas. So y'all keep it. Isn't it 22nd, Mia? I think it is. Yes. All right, Mia says, thank you, Evelyn. You guys inspire me as well. I tell myself I can do this because I see others that move and show me the way to health, especially Twan. She was my first fine YouTube creator. Okay. Look at my sister. She is over there influencing people. Yes, Miss Twan is. Stay influencing somebody. Stay helping somebody. She can't help it. All right. Shana says, had to push yesterday and today. Schedule is busy, but got it in yesterday and today, getting in bits and pieces of the workout. LOL. Zumba done. Check. Like I always like my videos. Check. Um, uh, leg lifts and hitting gym quickly later after son's game. Gotcha. All right now. Gotta get it in how you can. Yes, get it in where you can fit it in, boo. All right, Kenny K says, LOL, I hear y'all Snatched Girl Era. You hear it? Girl, you know you and yours too, though. You know you and yours, honey, over there in that channel. So y'all, Kenny K is not on the GLP-1. However, she is on her weight loss journey, yes. And she's eating what? Lower carb foods, yes. High protein, high fiber. Yep. Check her out. Shani says, yes, Kitty K. Thanks, Cookie. Sounding interesting. Yes, it sounds interesting. Mia says, Mo asked Dwayne, which is Moesha. I'm talking about Moesha. I meant Monique. Sorry. I don't know why I said Moesha, Lord. That's Brandy. Monique asked Dwayne to make sure she's raising her knees high enough, and he steady checks in to keep the exercises being most effective. Correct. Yes. Because she's a woman of a certain age too, like Miss Kendi K says, right? Me too. I know what you're talking about when you say it. I'm like, I know, I'm 52, so I understand. But yes, Monique is, a woman of a certain age as well. And so, we may not lift our knees as high as we want, as, some other people, but as long as we lift them high, right? As long as we lift them as high as we can. I know one of them videos, she was like, I'm lifting them. He was like, I'm lifting, lift your knees high. He's like, I'm lifting mine high. And she was like, I'm lifting mine. She said, baby, as high as I'm going to get today. Hadrine says, hello, Miss Toy. I seen you doing your thing with Zumba. Yes. I'm so proud of everybody that is doing the Zumba challenge. I'm so proud of y'all. Yes. Shani says, I do cardio before my weights. Okay, so she does hers before weights. After lifting, I have nothing left. Baby, she says she is done. Okay? But for stretching and the sauna. Oh, I love that you're and I love your beautiful gym. Very, very pretty. She showed her gym, y'all. When she, was at the gym one day, she did a little short on it. I think it was a short, but whatever. It was a video, okay? Whether short, long, whatever, in between. She did a video. Y'all go check Miss Shani out. Check Miss Shani out. If y'all are not subscribed to Miss Shani, go ahead and subscribe to her. Greatly appreciate it. And I am looking up something, y'all. I'm about to Google it to do cardio before or after. And I just want to tell you what, they say real quick about strength training, cardio, and strength training. Should you do it before or after or whatever? So I had already pulled this up a while back, but it says generally better to do strength training before cardio if your goal is to build muscle or get stronger, as it uses your peak energy for lifting. However, if you lift first, for but if endurance training, if that's what you're trying, you're after, more importantly, then do cardio first. And for general fitness or fat loss, the order matters less. Okay. But prioritizing your least favorite exercise or the one you enjoy most can boost consistency. Okay. Because consistency is key, y'all. Like I said, we want to make sure we can't worry about, we can't go off of motivation and feelings, right? We can't, we do need to, we got these feelings for a reason. We need motivation, to help us jump on that bandwagon. But that's not going to take us all the way through. Okay. Motivation ain't going to take us all the way through. So we need to build consistency. So that's most important. Like Shani said, she be pooped after she do her strength training. So she have to get that cardio in first. She still want to get it in. So she going to get it in where she can fit it in. And that's what's most important, y'all. Get it in where you can fit it in. But I thought that was kind of neat, and I wanted to share it with you all. That's why some people do cardio first and some people do it afterwards. Okay. So let's keep going. All right. Cookie says it was back in the day, y'all. We got you back in the day. When I was a kid, I ain't no kid anymore. We know we got you. So it might not be your cup of tea, and that's okay. We're gonna see, because we were back in the day too. A lot of us was back in the day. So we might know. I don't remember that, but maybe if I look at it, I might remember it. We'll see. Plus, they were different versions of it. Okay, I like the original. I got you. That's like with Tybo. I like the original Tybo, to be honest. The best, the most, right? But I will do some every now and again, some other Tybo as well. Y'all remember Tybo, Billy Blanks? Yes, yes. They did get me firm though. Okay, then that's what we want to do. We want to be firm. We do. That's part of being snatched. Toy says I was trying Hajarine. Okay. All right, Kenny K said amen. Complete healing and restoration. Yes. So important. All right. Hajarine says sending up prayers for you, Mia. Yes, thank you for praying for our sweet Mia. All right, please pray. I see the gynecologist Thursday for talks of hysterectomy because of findings from ultrasound. You got this. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be so excited, at least not to have a cycle no more, honey. Look at here. If you still have one, baby. That blessed my heart so much, honey. But it did take me into the hot flashes, like real deep, unfortunately. But it's all good, because I'd rather have hot flashes than cycles any day for me. Okay. All right. Miss Toy says, sending prayers, loves, and hugs your way, Mia. All right. Where 2 and 3 are gathered in Jesus' name. Okay, so Z says, hi, family. Love had to jump in to say hello. Thank you so much. You're working late. Yes, we got you. You got to, hey, loose my money, honey. You got to get that money, honey, first and foremost. Thank you, Z, for coming in. Love you, girl. Hello. Hope you're doing well. All right, Mia says, great job, Shiny. Z, Felicia says, hello, girl. All right, beautiful. Color says, yes, I am also praying. Thank you. So we know it's going to be a wonderful surgery. It's going to be successful for you, Mia. Do not worry. Do not fret. God's got you, honey. God's got you. And all these prayers going up for you, honey, you're going to be all right. All right. So Vanessa says she is in on those prayers for you, Mia. Yes. Toy said, hey to Z. Cookie says, praying for you too. Beautiful. Color says, hey, twin, and hello, Z. Same thing. Yes, Shani. Mia says, thank all of you. Every prayer matters. Yes, every prayer matters. All right, Queen B. That's why I love this community. We be trying to look out for each other, be praying with each other, be laughing, be crying, understand, be empathetic, sympathetic, all kinds of love is spread, and I thank you for that, y'all. And I too, y'all. Queen B. Yes. You see Z. Mill says she's praying. I'm sorry, Money. Money says she's praying too. Hey, girl. Hey, Zia says. I'm sorry, I'm from Zia. Z says to Miss Toy. Beautiful. All right, Shani says, okay, y'all, I have to go in here. Been in the car. His games are Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay, season just started. Now my schedule's changing. Okay, I got you. Thanks for coming in, Chani. All right, mine says 2 weeks and I get back to the gym. I know you can't wait, boo. I know you can't wait. That's the first thing I thought about. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, first of all, making sure, I was praying that you would be okay, okay, and everything goes well, with your surgery. But then the next thing I thought about, this girl gonna be going, she gonna be tripping. She can't get to that gym. Oh my gosh, she gonna miss that gym so much. Because you know what? When we start gymming, like I said, or anything that we do movement wise, or eating better, better health, whatever, after a while, like I said, we start craving it. And your body wants that. So when you start giving it to it don't know what to do. It's like, okay, this is what we doing. All right then. Okay. Yes. And it starts doing what it needs to do. And it started making you want it more. All right. Mia says, back in the day, I did buns of steel. I remember the buns of steel. Now I do remember that. Remember those videos? I do. Yep. Z says, Clicky J. Monty says, for me, the gym is also mental. Yes, it is. That's like, going outside and walking, or running or jogging or whatever you do outside, or just sitting outside, sitting by the pond. That's helpful for mental too. I talked about that in one of my videos, about, just mental health, the mental health of it all, being able to just, relax, relate, release. We got so much going on, the hustle and bustle of the day. It's so much, bills, all kinds of stuff, people that, relationships, just all kinds of stuff that can, bog us down, create stress in our lives or what have you. Even though they may be good things too, they bring good, as well. But sometimes it can be stressful, different things that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. And even though you may be managing or whatever, still, like I said, sometimes you just need to relax, relate, release. And going outside, walking, jogging or running, so, going to that gym, even in this house, like I said, it's wintertime, just, stopping, looking at TV, doing these challenges that we're doing. Sometimes it's just mental for us as well. So I understand where you're coming from, Monty. All right. So Mia says, I'm on HRT and don't have cycle for years and years. Okay, cool. I don't know. And I'm just saying, you know. All right. Mia says, I'm excited for you, Monty. Yes. All right, y'all. So let me see. Hold up real quick. Hold up. All right. So like I said, just like, cardio for me, it's going to help me with, the fat loss, that I'm trying to get rid of through body recomp and everything. But cardio as well as strength training is important to me. Both of them, not just one or the other. They're both is equally important to me. Okay. And it's going to help me with, like I said, the fat loss. It's going to help me burn more calories. It gives me energy doing cardio. Okay. Also, it helps insulin resistance, which I talked about earlier. Give me insulin. It helps me so I won't have insulin resistance, right? That's what I mean by helping me with insulin resistance. It actually betters my insulin sensitivity, which a lot of times if you're diabetic, you have insulin resistance. That sugar don't know where to go. Those carbs that turn into sugar or the pure sugar, it don't know where to go. It's all over your body, and it's supposed to be only in one little area, and it's supposed to be more controlled and managed, how it goes out the body. When it go in the body, it's supposed to go out a certain way. And a lot of times, with diabetics or people that are insulin resistant, people that have maybe PCOS or what you call it, pre-diabetes, we have some insulin resistance, and this cardio will help to bring you back to your body being insulin sensitive. And that's what we want. That's what we should be at. That's how God wants us, to be. That's how he made us and created us. All right. Also, it lowers my stress levels. We just talked about what Monty talking about. All right. Mood. It boosts my moods. And during, when my body's, when the month, for some reason, your hormones are changing and everything, it does help with that. Also, it helps me when I was talking about zone 2, being in zone 2 yesterday on my short. Yeah, my zone 2 treadmill walks, it helps me burn fat too, without the burnout, So yes, you want to do cardio. Yes, you want to do strength training, but you don't want to burn yourself out and you don't want to do too much of it. Like Miss Cookie has stated earlier. All right. So why am I doing more cardio? Then, a lot of people suggest is because, Why I love walking, I think I need more than walking. Okay. But I think people, it's okay if you want to walk. That's your cardio vice. That's your vice to, lose some more, burn some more calories or lose, inches or whatever. Then, that's you. But for me, like I said, my body hits different. My response to, strength training and cardio may be different. And so therefore I, choose to do both. And like I said, I think both are important. Um, yeah. And then because I want a higher endurance, I want better heart health. And I talk about it all the time. Well, cardio is good for your health of your heart. It's good for the health of your heart. So that's so important, heart health. And then also just to help have a more sculpted look. I want that too. I want to be more sculpted. I want to be firm. I want to be, like I said, thick in the right places, but I don't want to be all flabby. Okay. I want no flabby body. Okay. So that's why I think that's important. Cardio also keeps my blood sugar steady. Yep. It helps me with that as well. Not just the GLP-1 medication, but, the things that I do. So cardio helps with that. That's another, thing that I do to help my, blood sugar stay where it's supposed to be. And y'all saw, I also showed today about my blood sugar on the 6th was 87. That's awesome. That's a great place to be. Right dead smack in the middle of them 80s at fasting glucose. That fasting blood sugar. Very, very good. So I'm happy about that. I looked and saw that, for the last week, 84 was my average. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So these things are helping me. What I'm talking about. I ain't just talking about it. I'm being about it. Yeah. All right. And so also, like I said, it helps me shrink that waist, make that waist tight. Okay. And right. Yes. So that's why I'm doing these things like, or whatever. And strength training, of course, that's a secret weapon that we have, y'all. Yes. And if at least if you can do at least 8 minutes of strength training, that helps out a lot. You don't have to do so much of it. For those who, it's taking a minute to get up, build up your strength and you want to do that, then yeah, at least do 8 minutes of it. That helps out a lot. Research states. And like, it helps you, like I said, get snatched. It helps you build muscle. Definitely helps you build muscle. Helps your metabolism, boost your metabolism. It helps with your, tighten those muscles, tone those muscles like you wanted to, tighten that loose skin. We talk about this, and it has been tightening my loose skin. I'm not as loosey goosey as I used to. I'm still loosey goosey, but I'm not as loosey goosey. I feel the muscles. I feel the, the skin tightening. I feel the muscles, coming in, compared to what it was before. Yes, yes. No, if you can see them, but I can see them. That's all that's important, right? And then, excuse me, it protects my metabolism, right? It protects my metabolism. As you get older sometimes and you're not doing as much, your metabolism can go plummet, right? Depending on what you're doing. If you're doing all the healthy things that we're supposed to do. So I want to make sure that my metabolism stays or get back where it's supposed to be and just, I'll be a well-oiled machine. I run like a well-oiled machine. That's what I prayed for years to God. And even though I don't like the fact that I had I have diabetes now, I see a blessing out of it, and I noticed that, now I am able to get, on a healthy lifestyle journey and stick to it. That's so I'm not always thinking about the bad, I can think about the bad. I can go into this, woe is me or whatever, but I'm trying to push forward and think about the good things in life, and live my sweet, healthy life. That's how it helps me live that. That's how it's going to help you all, Sweet Life Squad members, live your sweet, healthy lives. All right. And then, like I said, you want to be toned, but you don't want shrinkage. You want to be toned, more toned. And that's what that strength training is going to do. So you see what I'm talking about? You see where I'm coming from? Cardio and strength training. That's how it can help you get snatched. How it can help you body recomp. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And then, of course, y'all already know I'm on my low carb. Not as low as I used to be, but I am still on a low carb diet. Low carb, high protein, and just being intentional with my eating. Also high fiber as well. I'm doing that as well. So I'm continuously doing that. So that's great. Like I said, I'm not as tracking as much, but I don't have to track as much. There may be a time where I decide to track again. That's okay. But right now I'm not tracking everything that I do, like I was when I first started my journey. All right. And so that's how I feel it works for me. And just remember, y'all, like we said before, it's not a one size fit all, lifestyle, right? We got to figure out what's worked for us. Not everybody has type 2 diabetes, kidney disease, and obesity, as well as high blood pressure like me. Some people do, some people don't. So I got, and even those who may have all those things, comorbidities or whatever, they still, have to do however they have to do, their thing. Um, so just be mindful of that. And then not everyone is on GLP-1. Like I said, Kenny K, she's not on GLP-1, just for instance, but she's still in her gym bag. I mean, I'm sorry, she's still in her better health bag or what have you as well. So we got to figure out what's worked for us. Okay. And always talk to your doctor and everything, and your dietitian. If you have a personal trainer, you decide to get a personal trainer, do that. But your healthcare team is the best team to talk to. But you also can get some tips from us. And then what I do is, like, if I hear something that I thought was good that you all may have said, I may go to my doctor and say, hey, or my dietitian, hey, what you think about this? What you think about that for me? Because they have my blood work. They know, we've been talking so much about what's going on in my life. So they can help me, like tailor a wonderful plan for me that's going to help me, meet my overall goals and not just the scale. Okay. So yeah. So, and then, like I said, even talking about the distribution of the weight, I may have a lot of, bat wings where some people, I'm looking at some people that's my side that, started off at, 253 like me or around that area. They didn't have, a lot of, they didn't have big arms. They may have smaller arms or whatever. So with me, I had, bigger arms. And for some reason, as I lost weight, it started, the weight, the arms I start getting back wings is what I'm trying to say. And so, it is what it is. But, like I said, what can I do about it? I can have surgery if I want to, or I can, work out in that gym and try to do as much as I can and then decide rather, at some point, do I want to have surgery? Is it bother me? To the point where I think I need surgery? Am I okay with how it is? As long as I like how I'm looking, how I feel, how I look, that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? That's all that matters. And then, of course, I want my hubby to love what he's seeing. Okay. and and then also, just to be able to feel confident. This stuff, this cardio, this strength training, all the things that we're doing to make sure that, we have better health, it helps us feel more confident. Mia talked about it a little earlier about, making sure she's feeling more confident, and she's trying to get to that point. And that's awesome. I think it was Mia. If not, it was Grace. But yes, confidence is more important. And the more we work on ourselves and do the things that we need to do, the more confidence, builds up in us, make us feel good, about ourselves. It also makes us be stronger, become stronger, as well as, like I said, snatch. Yes, yes. So y'all do y'all thing, even though we're in the holiday season and everything, we still want to make sure that we are doing everything we can, be prepared so that when the holiday actual comes, that we're ready for it, that we're ready for it. Again, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So when you get to Christmas, if you've been doing all the things that we're talking about tonight, it's going to definitely help you. Even if you do eat a little bit more than you normally would, which I think we should, why not? We've been doing so good. It's not going to hurt us for one day or even 2 or 3 days. Even if we gain 1 or 2 pounds, even 5 pounds, guess what? This is a lifestyle. So we'll be able to get it back off because we know soon as we get through with that food, because we don't want to throw no food away now. Wait a minute. We know how people say back in the day. People in Ethiopia, that's what they say back in the day. Need food or whatever. It's people in our country, in all kinds of countries that are, don't have food. So we don't throw food away just to be throwing it away. So, that's what we were taught, so it's okay if you decide you don't want to, toss your stuff. If you want to eat it, you eat it intuitively. Make sure you're not, gorging out at one meal. Eat a little bit here and a little bit there. Learn how to, and that's what it's all about when it comes to being, we always say we want to be, normal, whatever. When, the way you would do that is to make sure that you're eating in moderation and you're trying to choose healthier things, and that's going to help you out in the long run. So yeah, do things like this. This will help you all out and everything. And so, that's what I have for you all today, and I just want to, share it with you all. All right. So Mia says, has everyone said a little prayer for our girl Naya? Level up, stress down. She had a breast reduction today. Yes, said prayer for Naya. Did. All right, and we can say a prayer, for her recovery, that that she recovers well and fast in the name of Jesus, and that it's not, that she has minimum, side effects from, the medications that she may have to take, that everything, that she recovers well and fast in the name of Jesus. I pray, Amen, Amen. All right, so Monty says, I miss my crew at 6 a.m. too. They miss my singing. Okay, look at you over there singing for the crew. Yes, yes, yes. I know, I understand that, honey, but you'll be back in no time, Monty. Cookie says, Mia, that reminds me, a man I used to walk with would come into work joking around saying he has buns of steel. I told him it looked more like buns were stale. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, Cookie. Oh my gosh. Proud of you, Kim. Thank you so much, Money. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Mia says, now that was funny. Okay. Cookie said, I was thinking of Naya a little while ago. I wonder how she's doing tonight. Yes, 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 yes. Cookie says, we had a lot of laughs at work. I worked with a lot of immature guys. It was fun. Yes, it is fun working with guys. It is. All right. Mia says, I've never had buns of steel, but it was the one VCR tape I had to watch. So I did it. I'm 48, so it's been a good looking, it's been a good little while. We got you. We got you. Hadreen says, Kim and chat, you all have a lovely evening. I'm going to bed. Get great live as usual. See you all in these YouTube streets. Thank you, Hadreen, for that. If you hear me, if you listen to the replay, I'm not sure, but thank you and good night. Cookie says, good night, Hadreen. Mia says, I pray now, Naya. I mean, it's Nia, Naya, I don't know whichever one, but is able to test and has decent pain control. I've heard a breast reduction makes breathing hurt sometimes. Yes, my sister had a breast reduction. Honey, that stuff, yeah, it's a lot trying to, do all that. It takes a lot, or whatever. But yes, we do pray that everything, works out for her. Definitely, definitely. And that's level up, stress down. That's what we're talking. If for those who may not know who that is, Naya or Nia is, that's level up, stress down. She's talking about her the surgery she's having, which was a breast reduction surgery. Yeah. Go check her channel out. All right, mine says I built so much muscle before my surgery that my doctor said I don't need lipo or muscle repair. Look at you, girl. Look at you. Also, I'm burning 1,700 calories a day, not even working out in recovery. I know that's right. I know that's right, boo. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, awesome, money. Look, hashtag goals. Cookie says, that's great, money. Yes. All right. Mia says, yes, talk to your doctor because I got advice from YouTube, but my dermatologist knew that was best for me. Yes. Dermatologist is very important for total health as well. You were right about it, honey. Dermatologist, gonna put them in there too if you need. If you need a dermatologist, put he or she, put your dermatologist in that bag too. Yes. All right. Mole, body checks, and hair loss issues. Yes, 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 yes. You're right about it, Money. Thank you for that. I'm sorry, Money. Mia, thank you for that. Thank you for Mia. Okay, so she's to Kim J. Yes, yes. Thank you, Bruce. All right. I'm right. God bless you. All right. Miss Toy says she's praying. And hello, how you doing, Jeremiah? How you doing? So, yep, everybody goes through things, and that's fine because guess what? We got the tools and we know what the things to do to help us, become better, have better health, in its totality. So, we're doing the darn things. I'm so excited. Y'all, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to hear more of how Kim is living her sweet, healthy life, Kim J, that is, yes. So, I'm going to go on for the night. I think if all minds and hearts clear, I hope so. I hope so. I think this has been a great live too. I thank you all for coming in tonight. Greatly appreciate it. If everything is good and all hearts and minds are clear, then I'm gonna let y'all go. Okay. All right. Peace. And y'all have a great night. Oh, RMZ is on. Grant Campbell is over there if y'all want to go check him out. You clear? Awesome. Awesome. All right. Good night, Cookie. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for always, sharing and making us laugh. Yes. Love you, girl. Good night, Money. Hope you feel better, even better. Headed home. Okay. Great, great, great. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Bye. Good night.